Hello YouTube and welcome to another Doctor Who Funko Pop review. Today I'm taking a look at the second Comic Con exclusive, and it is the 12th Doctor in spacesuit as seen in Kill the Moon. But before we take a look at the figure, let's take a look at the packaging. So the box itself is exactly the same to my previous Comic Con review that I did. At the bottom you have the 12th Doctor graphics in his spacesuit there, 12th Doctor and vinyl figure in several different languages with 14+. The window of the box you have the little sticker. Over in America this is a Comic Con exclusive, but over here in the UK it is a summer convention exclusive for 2015. Then once again the window itself stretches around the box to give a detailed look at the figure. On the side of the box you just have the logo and the 12th Doctor and the number. On the opposite side you have a side-on graphic view of the actual figure itself. Then on the back of the box it's the same layout as normal, standard wave of figures listed, company information on the bottom. And then at the top we just have the logo and the graphics once again. So this vinyl figure is actually quite interesting because comparing it to other variants it is actually very different. It has a totally different body sculpt, but the head does remain exactly the same to the previous releases. The body itself is sculpted to represent that of the spacesuit as seen in the Series 8 story Kill the Moon. And comparing it to the actual story, they've actually replicated it quite well. All the different straps and things have been given here, and it's actually quite a nice simplified version of the sculpt, and it doesn't actually miss out very much compared to the actual prop as seen in the show. So taking a look at the front of the body, it has been really well done actually. We have the black straps on the side of the legs there going to the crotch piece and the harness. That has been really well done with some black glossy paint. What I do really like is the way that the straps have actually been raised above the body. This gives it quite a nice 3D effect, and it has been done really well. On the right hand side we even have the addition of a buckle. This is nice because it's actually on the costume as seen in the story. On the middle piece we have more sculpting as seen on the actual prop itself, which is nice with more of the harness pieces there. Then we also have the two black button pieces which have been rather nicely replicated, and then down the middle we have the grey zipper piece. Once again this has been rather well done as it is actually raised above the body, and then just above that we have a black dot which represents, I believe, a zip of some sort. I really like the way that on this figure the neck has been modified. As you can see, the actual ring of the spacesuit has actually been sculpted here, so unlike most figures the neck isn't actually very prominent on this. As you can see we have the raised piece which comes around, which is more like a tube piece, and this links to the neck rather well, so this has just been painted orange, and then we have the black rim going around this. Due to this the neck isn't actually very visible compared to other pop figures where it is actually rather visible. Taking a look at the back of the suit, once again the straps have been replicated here. As you can see these straps continue around the body itself. We have the leg pieces and then it goes up to the top piece there. This has been rather well done, and I do like the way that this has been once again raised above the body, as it actually makes it look like as it's seen in the actual story. Taking a look at the arms now, these have been done nicely. On the actual arm itself we have the addition of the orange paint there. We even have the faint addition of two pockets there and sort of a line going down the middle. Linking to the glove we also have the addition of a few creases and things, which is nice and once again represents the bagginess of the actual spacesuit. And then we have the gloves. These have been rather nicely done. Quite a lot of detail actually for the size of the product. Same applies to the opposite side. I think the gloves have been replicated really well actually. I'm really pleased with how they've turned out. Then going down to the legs, these have been done nicely also with the orange paint, which has been really well done. And then on one side we have the addition of some black lines, and we have the addition of one pocket below. On the opposite side we have the addition of two pockets. Taking a look at the back, it's just the same standard orange colour. I do really like the way that the pockets have been modified on this, as compared to the costume as seen in the Waters of Mars and the original story being the Satan Pit. This costume was actually changed with the pockets and things, and the badges was removed, so it is actually really nice that they've changed this to make it look more like the one as seen in the story. And then taking a look at the boots, these have been really nicely done with a black glossy finish, as you can see, really nice and shiny. And then at the bottom we have the sole, which has been done with a grey trim, which is what I do really like, is they've added some little slits in between the sole of the shoe, which is really nice to make it look rather puffy, which once again resembles that of the costume from the actual show, and as you can see this is actually sculpted into the shoe itself. Taking a look at the bottom, as always we have some company information. Taking a look at the head now, as you can see this is exactly the same sculpt to the previous 12th Doctor that I reviewed, and along with all of the other 12th Doctor figures, which means it is exactly the same but still has a great amount of detail. It's been really well done. The front of it has been lifted up much like how it is in the actual show, but unfortunately on the side bit there mine does have a little bit of paint leak on. Unfortunately it's not too too noticeable, so it is okay. Sides there, the lines and things continue, which is really nice. I'm happy to say that the sideburns have been done quite well this time, and not much paint bleed has on them, which is good, as the other ones were a little bit messy on my other version. And taking a look as the hair goes round, it's even more creased and things. We have all curl lines in there, which is really nice. I really do like the way that they've done Capaldi's hair, because it is actually quite hard to do. You can either get it too long or too short, but yeah, as you can see, you have curls there going all the way around. Taking a look at the head now, as you can see, it's exactly the same to the other Peter Capaldi one that I've previously reviewed. So yeah, it is just the same standard Funko Pop sculpt, which is surprisingly and weirdly accurate. As you can see, we have the quite pale skin tone there, and the eyes have been done really well. Once again, I've been lucky enough to actually go to the shop that sells these, so I've been able to pick out one that I think has a decent paint job. And I was happy to say that there was actually quite a lot that I could have chosen from. So yeah, once again, the eyes have been really well done, and the paint has stuck quite well with the lines of the 3D sculpting. And then just above that, we have the eyebrows that have been, as you can see, these have just been painted on and not sculpted on. Yeah, this finishes off with the eyebrows really nicely, and then obviously you have the little nose as well. So yeah, overall, it does look quite weirdly like Capaldi and finishes off the look really well. Comparing the two Capaldis that I have so far, as you can see, they fit in really well. Overall, the head is exactly the same, but the actual body is unusually different, and most of the Funko Pops have this rather weird effect with their hands where it sort of branches out from the shoulders. But weirdly, on the spacesuit version, it's a lot more relaxed and it looks a lot more slim. I don't know if that was done on purpose because it is a spacesuit design, but yeah, it looks rather weird because I expected it to be on the original initial version. I expected the body to be pretty much exactly the same sort of shape in a way, but just with the spacesuit painted on, obviously, with the different details added and things. But yeah, I just think that that looks a little bit weird compared to the others, but I still think that it fits in rather well. And it is nice that they've changed it a little bit more, as once again it adds a bit of a difference to this figure compared to the others. And then taking a look at Capaldi with the others, as you can see, he's just about the same size and fits in really well with his other incarnations, as well as the other Comic-Con release that we've seen this year. So overall for this figure, it's actually quite a nice little variant. It may be nice to see a few more little adaptations, maybe to lead to this not actually being an exclusive. It may be nice to see a totally different changed head altogether, and actually had a spacesuit helmet on his head instead of maybe the head inside. I think that might have looked really nice with sort of like the visor showing the eyes and things. That once again making this figure completely different, but I do like the way that this figure has a completely new body. I think that that's great for a variant, because that isn't really seen compared to the other Doctor Who variants that we've seen so far. A totally new sculpted body is actually quite a rarity. As I said earlier, this is a Comic-Con exclusive, which has actually led to this one being sold out completely on Forbidden Planet, which I was personally quite shocked about, as it is the first one to go completely out of stock. So if you see this in your local Forbidden Planet store and thinking about buying it, I would recommend it, but I wouldn't recommend this if you've not got any of them so far. I'd recommend getting one of the cheaper ones and then getting this one, as with this one being a Comic-Con version, it is apparently like £5 more due to shipping, apparently, according to my local Forbidden Planet. But yeah, it's a shame, because in my first review I can remember stating how happy I was with these, with the quality of them, but also the really good pricing. But it seems within a month most stores are putting these up, as my local Forbidden Planet store has now got even the standard ones to £10.99, which I'm not really very happy about. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a big like, and please subscribe if you're not already. If you have any questions, please do leave them below, and I'll be sure to answer them at some point in the near future. Thanks again for watching, and I shall see you all next time. So yeah, thanks for watching, and bye for now.